Welcome to Reality After Show. We're talking Destination X Season 1, Episode 3. It is our latest eliminated cast member. And holy moly, I went into this interview with one expectation, but I did a little research. I think we're coming out with a completely different story. It's Rachel Rossette serving you glow-ups, comebacks, and a healthy dose of plastic surgery. What is up, girl?
Hi, I am so good. Listen, I'm the biggest proponent of like normalizing saying the things people won't say. So I love being on social media and being like, there's such stigmas about so many things out there. Like I talk about infertility on the show, my plastic surgery. I'm like, why does everybody keep secrets? Let's just be for real.
Wow, I like a girl that likes to not have a secret. So we're gonna get to the 562 miles of it all here in a minute. But I'm checking out your social media. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was Destination X the first chapter in what has been a journey of Rachel come June 2025? Because I feel like there's been some changes.
Yeah. Rachel filming the show is not the same Rachel who I am right now, in good ways, right? When I started the show, I was married for 7 years, and there's been some changes. I was trying to get pregnant, obviously ready to start a family, become a mommy. I've since gotten divorced, good terms with him. He just realized he didn't really like women all that much, so he has a boyfriend.
Oh,
And
wow. I think there's a lot of pink in the house that he left. There you may have,
yeah, that was like my office, like he would have, this is my kitchen now. That's the nice part about like living on your own, or like if I ever end up like marrying a woman, I'm like, I can have the house however the hell I want because it's mine. I choose it. So I am very, very single now, which is tough because you just picture your life being somewhere different. I figured by this time this year, maybe I'd like be preggo or something. And now the only baby I have is like this rat from the Humane Society. But you know what? A baby is a baby, and we're working with what we've got at this point in life.
So you're not living alone. Let's talk about that sausage stealer roommate of yours.
Yeah, so this is what's so crazy and funny that you don't see on the show. Um, Allie and I, like all of us girls, we were friendly.
Yeah.
Um, but like definitely not like as close as Allie was with like Ty and like close with her alliances. And then when they found out about my divorce, Allie and Mac immediately called because they were roommates in Austin, and they were like, come stay with us right now. Like, and let us like take care of you. And it was the nicest thing ever that they could have done because we were close and we were all friends. But for them to be the first ones that are like, come stay with us. You've got a room here. So I stayed with them for a couple weeks while I was like figuring my life out. And now this is my very own apartment, my first
Okay.
time in my life living alone. No roommates, no husband. So it was a little lonely. So I got this rat. And now me and this rat dog are like taking Austin together. So it's nice. Definitely different than what I thought, but it's been fun.
Where were you living before?
I was in Brazil before. So my husband at the time, not at the time, I mean, he's still Brazilian, but he was my husband, is Brazilian. And I love Brazil. We lived there on and off for years. So we were in Brazil. And so I was like, I can't watch you fall in love with a man. I got to flee the country. So I fled the country, came directly to Mac and Allie's place. They picked me up from the airport. And from there, I'm like, I like Austin. There's so many nice people here. So I'm like, I never thought I'd move to Texas. I wouldn't consider myself a Texas girly, but now I'm like,
I I
Texas.
think it I think it works. I think it works. So was like your husband like exploring while you were doing Destination X?
No, so we've always been so open and so honest. Like that's why our relationship was always amazing because several years ago before we ever talked about it online, he came to me and he's like Rachel, I am bisexual. I've always been interested in men and I love you and we're married, but I just need you to know that about me. And I was like, bitch, me too. Isn't everybody a little? Like, I love girls like that too. Like, you're fine. I don't care. And then so years went on, and then it became more of like, it's not so much that I just think about it, like I want to explore it, like I want to actually know. And because we are so open and honest with each other, and he's like, same for you. Like, you should probably be with a girl and make sure that you're like not a lesbian. And I'm like, I mean, I do like girls, so like, are you giving me a pass? But then, upon doing some exploring, he met somebody, met a really great guy that I really like. And he's like, honestly, our marriage is amazing, but we just click better. And I'm like, well, that sucks, but good for you. But he always did it very honest. There was never any lying or cheating. We were very open the whole time. So I really do wish the best for him. Like I want us to stay friends. 8 years is a long time to be with someone.
Yeah. No, I was the king of the 3 year relationship, and that's kind of where it just stopped. And I just celebrated my 4-year anniversary of my fiance. So I knock on wood. I think this is it. I think we're good.
That 7-year itch, because that's when it happened for me. And I was like, really? Like we could have even made it more than that. But listen, like
no, I get poison ivy at 3 years. I think we're good.
Rachel, I got to ask you. So what made you want to do this show? What was the interest? What was the draw for you to go on Destination X?
Money. $50,000. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, I'm not a glamping girl. It's like, it's a big bus. And I'm like, I know about the bus part, but I do like the travel part. I was like, I can be kind of sneaky if I need to be. So I'm like, I can be strategic if I need to, which didn't really come across on the show because I was too nice. But I still think like it was a very cool experience. And I was like, the experience sounds cool. I did hate not having my bath every night, like a good soak. I'm not a fan of cold showers, but it was, for $250,000, people do a lot of things. That was one of them for me.
So you said Allie and Mac, they weren't roommates prior to Destination X, right?
Oh, no, that's what's so cool is like you meet people on the bus. I remember the conversation. Allie's like, I just moved from Florida to Austin. And Mac was like, I live in Austin. And they like lived close to each other. And that's the thing. Even though it's a short amount of time you know each other, you bond so much.
Oh, yeah.
Because nobody knows what you go. I mean, you understand that with Survivor. Like nobody knows what you go through except for the people who were there. And so I think it just propels the friendship to a different level.
Mark Burnett was explaining to us on Pro Islands, if you make it to the end, the amount of time that you spend with those other people that also make it to the end, you will have spent more time per minute than your best friend of your entire life.
Yeah, it's true.
That's crazy.
You know them because you see them immediately in the best, in the worst scenario.
Yeah.
Maybe that's probably why Rob and his wife from the show are still together. It's like, I saw you dirty, sweaty, nasty, angry, hungry within like the first few weeks of knowing you. After that, marriage is like, man, we could be stranded on a fucking island eating dirt. And this is way easier than that. So maybe
because Amber got voted out or didn't get voted out pre-jury, and she would be with Ethan right now. Actually, Ethan and Amber were together first.
Well, at least listen. It's like The Bachelor. Who is The Bachelor? He chose somebody else first, and then he's like, "Scratch that! I made the wrong choice." Now they're together. They have kids. So
yeah,
sometimes maybe I'll find a reality show romance. I'm like, now that I'm single, can y'all put me on something where there's a ton of people I can date? Because I hate dating. I haven't even tried. I've been on like 2 dates. I'm like, this is garbage. I hate this. So like, I don't have to choose.
I don't have a guy for you, but I have a great wingman, Philip from Deal or No Deal Island, another NBC Universal brother of yours. Philip from Deal or No Deal. He's a personal trainer in Austin.
You're lying.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It is.
And the only reason he hasn't been doing this podcast, we get the screeners, so we watch early, and they're kind of stingy with the screeners. So Philip's not on the list. But yeah, I will put you in touch with Philip. Is watching Destination X. He's loving. I guarantee he loves your glam self. Yeah. So yes, I will put you two in touch, and you guys will become besties. And Philip will be the best wingman ever.
Oh, I love that. I need it. I need somebody.
Well, Philip needs a wingman too. So if you can,
I got it. We're together.
Awesome. I love this. Is so crazy. So all right. So let's get into the 562 miles of it all. Okay. Are you realizing after episode 3 that maybe if you're in France, Paris is the answer? Like if you're in one of these countries, just say the #1 city.
I really thought that would be too obvious. I'm like, surely we're not in Paris.
Have you not met America? We're kind of dumb.
Okay, this is why I thought it was a little on the nose, because in the other episodes, we never actually find out where the right location was. When they they didn't do a time.
They did not do a good job of explaining that to the viewers that you guys didn't see, and I felt they went overboard in a good way. Like, you know, when they showed they're just like, you guys lost your minds because so, and then thinking, and it's just like, oh yeah, I bet they never got confirmation.
No, I still thought in my head until I watched the show 2 weeks ago that we were in Milan, and then I saw my ex. I'm like, the fuck? I almost went home. I didn't know until I was like, we were really in Rome. And then, like, especially with like the next one, even though I knew we were in Switzerland, or
the Swiss flag was there for no reason on the observatory.
Listen, so I always had like an idea of where I thought we were, but it was never confirmed until I was off the bus. And then, of course, they get to find out where they are, and I'm just working off of wherever I think I was. So
yeah, do you think this changes people's perception moving forward? Going, oh, they're not going deep cuts; they're just going whatever the city is.
I'm so interested to see as the show progresses where the other locations are, because I think to a point it would get a little obvious. Like, I mean, there's only so many times we can go to the same major cities. I'm really curious to see if it ever gets more niched, more specific. Well, and especially if you think about, of course, this will get renewed for season 2 because it's an amazing show. I'm like, how are they going to do this season 2? They are going to get more specific, you know, unless we're going to, you know, I don't know.
You go to America.
Yeah, I was going to say like South America, maybe America.
I would have won that. And I would have been so good because I've lived in South America for years. And I'm like, what do I know about Europe? The one place I've been, Paris. I'm like, this is not the one place I didn't see. Like,
same with Josh.
Kick me off anywhere else. This is one place I've been already. I was mad, man.
Yeah, Josh had just been to Rome.
Yeah, no, I know. He was talking about that on the bus. He's like, guys, I literally had this exact same pizza. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, there's the same pizza. There's the same pizza I just had. So it's like, okay.
All right. So do you feel that Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who we feel is an amazing host, and we feel is just like, you know, they're like, hey, here's your line. He's like, nah, fuck that. I got this. Don't worry. Do you feel he is a non-deliverer of promises? Because episode 1, he promised Josh they were going to go for drinks. They did not. He promised Jonah fondue. They did not. And he promised you your husband. And how did that work out?
Yeah. Okay. Listen.
I'm just saying.
Gotta make up for that now. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, if you know any eligible bachelors who are not gay, then let me know, because he has to make good on that promise at that point.
He hasn't made good on any promise yet. So I don't know if you heard, Josh did not go for drinks and Jonah did not get fondue with Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
That's fucked up, man. That's
Yeah.
fucked up.
And you kind of came home to not a husband.
For us all to have a reunion episode, and that's where he's gonna make good on all these. We're gonna literally go to the melting pot. At the melting pot is where he's gonna give Josh the drinks. Jonah gets his fondue. He'll bring the man to the melting pot for me. Whatever promises else, we'll do it there.
There you go.
Is he single? Is Jeffrey Dean Morgan single?
Oh, he's married to a woman I used to watch in a really famous TV show. They're like a power couple. I don't know why I'm forgetting her name now, but like he's married. His wife's gorgeous. They have a great family. So I'm like, I want that. Give me that. I want that life.
So I guess what I would want to ask you is in that challenge, the maze challenge, we kind of didn't get the full grasp of it watching from home, where it seemed like just whoever was the fastest to get through it was basically getting all the clues. And were you guys spread out throughout the maze where you could have gotten to one of the checkpoints first? Or was it just whoever got to the first checkpoint, they were going to get to the second checkpoint the fastest?
These are good questions because the truth is, even though I was in it, I do not know. Look at me and Kim. We're the least athletic.
Yeah.
I'm like, that maze could have been filled with people. We wouldn't have known. We were slow as fuck. Like we were not. And so I don't actually even know exactly how it worked, but I think it was based on speed.
Yeah.
And so, however, they found the clues and they're like, y'all were the fastest. So the rest of you guys get the fake clues. I already knew going into it with Kim. I'm like, okay, girl, we just know whatever clues we get, disregard. And I'm like,
well, she's a track star. Her and Shane were the 2 track stars. I don't know if you caught that.
No, she said that. No, but here's what
he did say
that. It's not saying much because I am like really not. I have asthma, so I'm always like, hold on. But Kim,
you'll mess up your hair as well. It's a look.
Kim was actually faster than me. So like Kim is track star. She was not the slowest. Definitely would have been me in that regard. Doesn't mean that means you're fast in general, but she was faster than me. And actually, despite the edit, she was doing better than I was. I was the one who was like, I need my inhaler. And she was like, so it was fun.
Well, Philip from Deal Island, he will personal train you. You will be the fastest for Destination X All-Stars.
Oh, yeah. No, honestly, I've been trying to get into personal training. I'm like, especially if I'm going to go on TV and I'm single, I'm like, fuck, I've been like cruising the last 8 years, just like, whatever. I'm already married. I don't have to impress anybody. Now I'm like, great. Now I actually have to get my crap together and get hot because I have to date people. So I'm going to call up Philip for sure. I'm like, I need a 6-pack by the end of summer. Help me.
No problem. And the guy that owns the gym was on The Circle. How insane is that? It's crazy.
Okay, that makes sense because I was at a party and there were 2 guys from The Circle there. And I was like, does everybody live in Austin? Austin's a hot spot, man.
Everyone lives in Austin. So Storm from Deal Island, he also lives in Austin, but he has a girlfriend right now. So, but getting back to Jeffrey Dean Morgan's wife, it's Hillary Ross Burton.
Yeah.
She was the VJ from Total Request Live, and then she was best known as Peyton Sawyer from One Tree Hill.
One Tree Hill. That my sister all about that show. My mom would be like, "Don't let Rachel watch it," and I'd like sneak in with my sister. I'm like, "Are we watching One Tree Hill?"
Well, Rachel, we're supposed to wrap up these questions, but I'm not. I am going to wrap up, but I'm not going to wrap up with the question. It's at Rachel Rossette on Instagram. I just followed her just now. I just pressed the button. If you are single and want to keep liking girls and you're a great person, if you're 10% shady, it's not going to work. We need 100% great right here. Rachel Rossette, it's RachelRossette. Give her a follow. Shoot your shot. But listen, you're a scumbag. I will find you. I will stop this. This girl is too beautiful, too nice, too wonderful. She's been through it. You're not adding to this drama. You're only going to help matters. So, and I got your personal trainer, Rachel Rossette.
Perfect. See, this is like the best thing I ever could have come on this podcast. Walking away with a personal trainer, maybe a friend, maybe a girlfriend. Who the fuck knows? Just a dog.
Who's to say? And this is from the bad guy of reality TV. What is going wrong? What is happening in 2025?
Every villain gets their arc. You know, every villain finally has, you know, that place where they're like, is it me? Am I the drama? Yes.
Yes.
And I will stay the drama just with somebody else.
Awesome.
All right. Rachel, thank you so much for your time, and we hope to hear more from you from the future.
Me too, guys. It was so nice to meet y'all. Y'all are so funny.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.